Welcome back to San Antonio Living. If you find yourself turning up the volume on the television every time San Antonio Living comes on, or another one of your favorite shows, you may be dealing with hearing loss. It's something that affects all ages, and there's a company here in San Antonio that is here to help, and they have been helping for the past 70 years. Dr. Jane Watson is joining us this morning with Audicles. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
You know, I'm so glad you're here because this is such an important topic. People deal with hearing loss from birth. They lose it at a very early age. I'm pretty sure my husband is dealing with hearing loss, but also older folks too. And it's so hard because when you can't hear really well, you feel isolated.
Thank you. That is the exact word to use. And it really, at any age, if you can't hear in conversations around the table, I mean, I'm just thinking of the holiday season. I'm sure everybody, if they got together with a group of people, there might have been one person that was sitting in the corner and just smiling or not, or going to sleep. And my mother was one of those people. She was very young when she passed away, but her hearing was bad. And I watched her at the end of our table when we were all together for family functions, and just a smile on her face, but I knew she didn't hear what's going on. So it is very isolating.
And that can lead to disengagement, depression. I mean, there's a lot of things that go along with this.
You're smart to know all that. That is so true. You've been coming to my office. We have the privilege at our office of being able to really help people restore one of their most important senses. I mean, even Helen Keller said if she could choose vision or hearing, it would be hearing, because that's our connection with people. And I think people don't understand that. And also, I think when people pay a lot of money for good hearing aids, they expect to hear everything as just their family, and they're like, well, why can't you do like you used to before you lost your hearing?
Right.
The hearing process is so complicated. It's not like putting on cheater glasses or even prescription glasses, because there's a processing issue. Hearing and understanding speech are related, but can be separate. So it's hard on the family and on the person who's got the problem.
It's so good to know, though, that there is a place here in San Antonio where you can go, where you feel welcome, you can get your questions answered, because, you know, there also seems to be some resistance in making that step to getting the hearing aid.
That is an understatement. That is a really good point. I think people are extremely sensitive about their hearing for lots of reasons. I think there's still so much more stigma because of, they think it's because I'm getting older, or people are going to look at me funny, or they just don't want to admit it. It's one more thing. I ask people all the time, what's your biggest objection? And it can be as simple as, I'm afraid I won't be able to change the battery or figure out the programs, to just, I don't want to look old. I'm tired. I have to put my dentures on in the morning. I have to put my knee brace. It's just one more thing. And then if you come to our office, we specialize in kids as well. So from birth on, there can be a hearing loss that has nothing to do with their hearing. I inherited a hearing loss from my mother, so it can be family related. So there's no such thing as too young to be tested or too old to buy a hearing aid. I had a woman that bought a hearing aid at the age of 101 because she wanted to hear whatever.
Don't be left out.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
So you guys are helping children, you're helping our young adults, all the way up to folks who are 100 years old. You've got something for everyone.
Exactly.
And I know there's a lot of new technology out there too, right? It's getting easier and smaller.
Yes. And hearing aids are not like your grandmother's hearing aids anymore. When I first came to work at our office, our company started as a Sonotone of San Antonio franchise, and they specialized in body aids. And that's what people kind of tend to think about as the old-fashioned type. But now they're so tiny and indiscreet, or discreet, excuse me, not indiscreet. But that's not even so much the greatness of it, is the technology. It's not normal hearing, but it's so much better than it was.
I'll tell you what, if you're dealing with hearing loss, put an end to it. And we've got somewhere here in San Antonio where you can go. Dr. Watson will take care of you along with the other doctors there. It's called Audicles. It's, again, in San Antonio. You can check the website, audicles.com. They're on Facebook as well. Or just call and make an appointment right now. It's 820-0525. And we do have a giveaway. It's a complimentary consultation with Dr. Watson and Dr. Tracy Board, who is another audiologist. We'll give that away to the fourth caller right now at 470-5444. And we'll be right back.